Hate rallies across Canada and around the world in support of Hamas. Hi, I'm Brian Lilley, political columnist for the Toronto Sun. If you're rallying just days after Hamas committed unspeakable atrocities, horrific acts of terrorism, then don't tell me that you're just out there supporting the Palestinian cause. That's what people were claiming as they marched in Toronto, in Mississauga, in Calgary, in Vancouver, in cities around the world. Perhaps the worst example that I've seen so far are chants of "Gas the Jews" in Sydney, Australia, right outside of the Sydney Opera House. It's horrific, it's barbaric, and it's not a claim to say you're supporting the Palestinian people. No, if you're making chants like this, or the ones that I heard myself on the streets of Toronto, then you are in fact supporting Hamas. That's not something that can be done at this point, not after the images we've seen. Images that aren't Israeli propaganda. They were put out by Hamas themselves, so we know it's them and not something made up by the other side. And yet, on Monday, in the streets of Toronto, we heard not just chants of free, free Palestine, which is fine. You can believe that. You can want that for people that you support or people that you are related to or people that you are. But when you're chanting "from the river to the sea," well, that's something different. That was chanted over and over again. Here's some examples.
From the river to the sea!
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 Palestine will be free!
Palestine will be free!
From the river to the sea!
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
Palestine will be free!
Now, why is "from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free"? Why is that a problematic chant? Because it's calling for wiping out Israel, the Jewish state, and the Jews that live there. It is saying that from the River Jordan to the Mediterranean Sea, that will be Palestinian land and Palestinian land only. That is a call for a second genocide against the Jews. It's not just saying that you want an independent Palestine. It's not calling for a two-state solution. Neither, by the way, was the chant that I heard several times of "only one solution, intifada revolution." When you're chanting that, you're cheering on the military terrorist attacks carried out by Hamas. That's what you're doing. The attacks against the civilians, the attacks against children, elderly women, the people being kidnapped. That's what you're cheering on. There were many, many instances like this in marches and rallies across the country. But check out this one. A woman walking by and in the middle of chanting "free, free Palestine," see some people on the side with Israeli flags. What does she yell at them? Kaibar, Kaibar. There she is referencing a 7th century battle between Muslims and Jews that Muhammad led that resulted in 100 Jews being massacred. That is what she is referencing there, and that is what she is calling for. This is on the streets of Toronto. This is unacceptable. I can't believe that we're having this discussion. Some people have wanted to turn their eyes away from this sort of hatred being perpetrated on the streets for years now. I've been documenting it. I've been showing that this has been going on for a long time. And now that it's happening in the wake of Hamas's terrorist attack, we can't look away. This sort of hate has to be denounced. I give Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, Ontario Premier Doug Ford, Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre, full credit for all of them denouncing this. Now we need our fellow citizens to denounce this as well. This is no longer about standing up for human rights, and you can't claim that if you're making these cheers. When you make these cheers, you are cheering on Hamas and celebrating what they've done. Let me know what you think. Drop a comment down below, share this on social media, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.